Hello, everyone, and welcome to the void between reality and the land of hacking nerds. My name is Brian, aka Heal the Void, and today we are going to be taking a look at the 5-2 Toys Beastbox MM-02 Zombietrack. And yeah, this is the next figure in the series of the beast mechas, or basically a robot that is being piloted by a small beast box. The first one was Psycho Train, which I have reviewed and I even put on my list of the top 10 toys of 2025. And this is the next in the series. And I'm just going to say right off the bat, I like this figure more than Psycho Train. I think there's a lot more to like here. The one thing I'm not crazy of, and I'll show you before I get into anything, here's Psycho Train for size comparison. This is significantly, and he is a little unstable on his feet sometimes, but this is significantly smaller than Psycho Train in both height and width. And for a mecha, I don't really agree with it being way smaller than Psycho Train. Although it is a bug, so that might be one of the reasons. But I wish it was just a little bit bigger. And more in scale with Psycho Train. But we will go into the figure proper. There's one of my other problems, is these legs do like to come off, especially on the right side. But we will give you the customary look at Noggin. He's a buggy boy. He's a buggy boy. Look at his bug face. Bug face is nice. One thing, he is called Zombietrack, so I guess he's supposed to be some rusted sort of undead mechanical gestalt, which I do like. I just wish, like, you could see with like some of the muted colors and, you know, the browns and the dark grayish blues, they tried to make him look rusted, but I feel like a good dry brushing with some black or some brown paint would have really helped that motif. But that's sort of a nitpick of mine. I might even do that on my own. But I like this mech. I think this mech looks really cool. It looks really insectoid and alien, and I do like that. I definitely do like the motif they went for. I just wish there was some dry brushing to kind of accent that. As for posability, like Psycho Train, it's not really there. Because of some of the kibble, while the arms can rotate and go up and down and, you know, side to side. And no, say it isn't so, 5-2 Toys. Say it isn't so. Are the arms really on mushroom pegs? Why 5-2 Toys? Why would you do this to me? Why would you use Unicron nipples? Why? Okay. My opining aside, it is a little unfortunate that these arms are indeed on mushroom pegs, so they are a little prone to falling out, especially during transformation. It is unfortunate. I do not know why anyone is still using mushroom pegs. They're usually one of Hasbro's problems because Hasbro is garbage, but I'm not a fan of the mushroom pegs in the arms. The legs can kick forward and back, although I wish this hole would be able to hold this peg a little better. You can just try to get it on tight, but they will just kind of work themselves off if you are moving with the legs. And then he does have a knee and a bit of toe articulation. But yeah, there's the sort of robot mode. Again, really do love this aesthetic. I love this alien insectoid sort of look. Huge fan, actually. I really like that. I would love to see some more insect figures. I think insects could be really cool in this kind of what's the word I'm looking for? With what Beastbox is doing, because they're using 5 and 2-inch cubes and making these fantastic robots and animals. There is an ant, like a giant ant, that I plan on picking up. But I think more bug figures would be pretty cool. So we're going to put this aside for a moment and come to the included Beastbox. Stand over there. This set is piloted by this Mantis. I'm just going to go into the box form. To go into the box form from the head mode, just fold that in, and I'll show you how to actually get this in the box mode from the bug mode. There's the box, and he is the 2-inch cube variety, so he doesn't come with a Beastbox or a box charger, I mean, but he comes with this little bracket that he can slide into, and then you can put this in a box charger like so. Although I'm going to have him displayed in his mech mode, so really doesn't matter. But I wish, for the price point you're paying for about $30, give or take, depending on where you get this from. I got this from Amazon, or I was gifted this from Amazon for Christmas. I think they should come with a cube or with a box charger, but that's just kind of me nitpicking. One thing I will show real quick, I just remembered this, is this figure can also use the mammoth from Psychotrain as its face, and I actually really like that. Psychotrain's little mammoth on this figure. And it's the same thing for Psychotrain. You can use the Mantis on that, which I'll show real quick. It's getting these little antennae out is easier said than done, but you can plug the Mantis into Psychotrain, which I like. Compatibility is nice. Okay, getting into the bug mode for our Mantis friend. First things first, you're just going to open up this panel, and that's going to give you some room to fold these little blasters up, and then you'll take the whole body. Oh, first actually, you're going to take these sections here, and you're going to unpeg them and move them down. Another thing the big problem I have with the Mantis is it does have a case of the pops. Things like to pop off, but you're just going to straighten out the body here. Then you're just going to kind of fold that around. And that does like to pop off a lot. You're going to take this leg here and unpeg it from the back leg and just fold it and straighten it out. You're gonna fold these little guns back. You're gonna take this leg and splay it out like that, and splay that down like that, and make sure this foot is flat, and then just fold that out. Same on the other side, just kind of fold this up, unpeg these, and fold them back. One of my problems is that these do not peg into place anywhere. In Mantis mode, they only peg in the box mode. But there you go, you have, that likes to come out, this little Mantis man here. And I'm a fan of this. I like this. I think this is a really cool sort of bug mode. You can also take these little guns and kind of fold them out. So he has the pew-pews. He has the pew-pews. Again, sometimes this does not like to... And getting these so that these two legs are perpendicular to each other can be a little bit of a problem, but yeah, there you go. There's this little Mantis mode. I like this. I think this is a cool little Mantis. I think of the two, between Psychotrain and the Psychotrain's Mammoth and Zombietrack's Mantis, I think the Mantis is the clear winner. I think it's a good box, or I think it's a good figure, good little pilot for the mecha. Okay, to get this guy back in, this does take a little bit of finagling. You're going to push this back, and you're going to take the leg here, fold in this foot, and then there's a little tab here, and there's a slot in the back leg for the Mantis. And that's my one problem with this Mantis, is it does have a case of the pops. Things like to pop off. And you're just going to put that in like that. And then this little tab here is going to fit into that groove right there. You're just going to put that like that for now. Same on the other side. Just fold this down, fold in this foot. Just kind of collapse everything down, plug that in, then plug that into the foot, and just kind of fold that forward for now. Yeah, sometimes that likes to come out. Then you're going to take the bug legs, or the blasters, and clip them onto either side of the body. And then you're just going to fold all of this down like so, and then fold this in like that. And then if you want, you can fold in the head. If you're just going to go in the box mode, so you'll just fold it in like that. But I leave it up because, actually no, I will put that in the box mode because the box stores on the old mode. Oh, usually you don't do the head yet. So you're just going to flip these panels around, and you're going to feel them click into place up here, and then you're just going to turn this around. And again, sometimes this likes to come completely undone, which is a bit of a pain in the butt, but that's going to fit just like that. You're going to take this section, you're going to feel that clip into place, then just swing this panel around like that. Make sure that these pistols stay connected on each side. There you go, like that. And then you can close this panel and you have the cube. Now we will go into the transformation for the body into the ATV mode. So first things first, you're going to take this piece and fold it down like that. Then you're going to take Y52 toys. Why would you kick me in the face like this? Why would you use Unicron's nipples? Then you can fold these down, and you're going to take this whole section and you're going to swing it 180 around times. A little easier said than done. And then this always like. Then you're going to take this section, you're going to unpeg it like so, fold up these. Then you're going to come to the legs. You're gonna take the feet and push them back on these pins. Then you're just gonna collapse the foot in and you'll hear a nice click as it goes into the treads. Then you're gonna take this section and you're gonna swing this section around, fold up these handlebars, and there's a slot here and a little tab there, and you're just gonna bring this and peg that in like this. And then these treads, where's the peg? Okay, I'm just gonna take it off so you can see this better. These treads, there's a little peg here and a slot there, and you're just gonna peg that in like that. And then that will slot nicely onto that. Sometimes it is just easier just to take these off for the transformation. Like that and like that. And there's that done. Then you're gonna take this whole section, you're gonna take this little nub here, and there's two little slots here and two little tabs there, and you're just gonna tab that in, and then make sure these two panels here are down, and that will peg in nice and tightly. So some of it is a little bit of a flimsier plastic, but this right here, you can definitely tell that's nice and solid, because that's a good bit of the connection for this, to keep this whole thing together. I mean, it would be, we would really stink if like a really core part to the figure wasn't really durable and it would lead to like breaking or something like that. I mean, it's not like there would be any major companies out there that would make, say, waist joints or really important body parts out of really hollow, terrible plastic. Right? Okay, I'm slagging off Hasbro. Of course I am. What do you people expect from me? I will, of course, take every opportunity to tell Hasbro to kiss my butt. Okay, so now getting back into the transformation, we're going to take these arms and we're going to slide them down on these hinges. Then we're going to take these treads back here and we're going to swing them around. Sometimes it is a little bit easier just to pop them off the mushroom pegs, if you want. So then what that's going to allow us to do is swing this around, and there's a little tab here, and that's going to go into a slot there, and that's going to peg in just like that. And then we can turn this whole assembly so it fits like that. Then we're going to take this arm and we're going to slide it down like that. And there's a tab here and a hole in there, and that hand is just going to peg right into that. And then we can take this and fold that in, and we're going to do the same on the other side. So peg this tread in like that. Then fold this in, then fold this assembly in like that, and then take this arm, swing it down, and we're gonna peg that right in like so. Just kind of line everything up, close that little panel, and there you go. There is the ATV mode. I like this. I like this mode. You don't see a lot of ATVs in transforming toys, so I do like it. The sort of rusty brown, or the rusty brown plastic is more visible here in this mode. I like it. I like it. I think it's a good vehicle mode. Not much else to say. So you can take the Mantis There's a little slot back here. And that is just going to tab in like so. And then you can slide it down and the Beastbox can store on the ATV mode. High marks for this vehicle mode. It's a good vehicle mode. Vehicle is good. Good vehicle mode. So to get this back into mech mode, we will first... Oh, and I'm not going to transform this all the way, but the Mammoth can fit from Psycho Training as well. So you do like to see cross compatibility from toys. Good job, 5.2 Toys. So we'll take the Beastbox off. Then we're going to come to the legs first, or the back treads of the vehicle, where the arms are, and we're just going to unpeg these, like so and like so. Flip up these two little tread panels on either side. Straighten out the arms. Unpeg the mushroom pegs. Why? Okay, I'm not going to keep doing that. Don't pop the mushroom pegs if you can help it. Just don't. And these like to come off too. That's one of my few complaints about this figure, is it does have a little bit of the pops, both in the Beastbox and in the actual mode, or the mech. So then we're going to fold this up on this hinge like that. We'll do the same thing here. Unpeg those treads. Why don't you want to unpeg? Okay, unpegs on the top, right? Well, first we'll slot this out like this. Then, there reason you don't want to come undone? Then we can unpeg that and swing it around. And then fold these down and just slide them out. And then we can take this shoulder piece and just fold them up. And there's the back ready to go. For the front, we're going to unpeg the back part here, like so. Then we can unpeg the front of the ATV. And that, then we can take this part and turn it around. Fold this back. And then that, yep, I got that lined up first. Just wanted to make sure I got that lined up. Then we can take the legs, and they're just gonna come off. We can turn that around so that faces down like that. And then we can take the leg, fold that down, pop it up again, and just slot that back. And we'll do the same on the other side. Yeah, sometimes it is just easier to pop this part off. So you unpeg that, then open up the leg, and just make sure that is folded back. And then, did I put these on wrong? No, okay, there we go. Put on like that. Then we can take this section, and there's a tab, or a slot there, and a tab right up there, and that's going to fold down and in. Just fold down the legs, like so. Then we'll take this whole assembly and turn it around. Then we're gonna, legs. There's two slots here. Just make sure those are out. And then there's two pads on this little chest piece, and that's going to go up like that and just peg in. And we'll fold these panels up if they haven't come up already. Fold these down. Make sure hands are in the right direction. And then we can just splay these back treads out, sort of like vestigial limbs. And just make sure all that's folded up. Like so and like so. And then we can come to the mantis, open that peg, get in here and get the antenna out. and just fold up the face. Put the, this thing does not like to stay together, and put that in like that, and just drop that in, and there you go. There is Zombietrack back in its mech mode. Final thoughts on the figure? I'm really impressed here. Yeah, this is a high recommendation for Beastbox lovers. I do wish this thing held together a little bit more. It does have a case of the pops. That is going to happen. I wish it was a little better put together, but for what you're getting here, it's a good toy. I really do like this toy. Appreciate that 5.2 Toys is doing different things with its toys. Yeah, with the Beast boxes. And yeah, there you go. There is your Beastbox MM-02 Zombietrack. I'm asking you like favorite, or like favorite, that hasn't been a thing. Like, comment, and subscribe. Check out all my links down below for all the places you can find me and support me. And yeah, remember, growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional. Be curious, be playful, and above all else, be kind. And I will see you next time.